It's Wednesday in Simpsonville, South Carolina, and a beautiful, beautiful day outside in the 60s, just pleasant as could be, and we're enjoying the great weather. Exodus chapter 6 and 7. God said he was going to deliver the people of Israel. God said he would harden the Pharaoh's heart, and it would be under compulsion that he would let the people go. God said he was going to bring them to a promised land. Didn't work out that way for Moses. Moses went to the Pharaoh, said, I want you to let the people go. And Pharaoh took away the straw. He increased the burden on the people. He said, you got to hunt the straw now, and you got to make the bricks, and you got to keep up the quota. And the people complained to Moses, and Moses said, God, what goes on? Can't blame him. God gives Moses a history lesson. He says, I made promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I made a covenant with them. And let me just repeat my promises to you. I'm going to deliver the people from bondage. I'm going to harden the Pharaoh's heart. Moses, just do what I said to do. And in chapter 6, verses 14 through 27, God gives Moses a history lesson. He reminds him of the covenant that he made with Abraham. He reminds him of how he's taken care of his people. And once again in chapter 7, verse 3, he says, Moses, go. I'll harden the heart of Pharaoh, and he'll not let you go under anything other than compulsion. It's really quite interesting. Moses had to be talking to himself by now. What do you mean go and tell him to let the people go? What do you mean you're going to harden the Pharaoh's heart? I've already been once. He's already hardened his heart. He's taken away the straw. God, I don't understand. I just don't understand what you're doing. And remember yesterday I said if you look in chapter 6 carefully, you'll find out what happened in Moses' life so that he could stand at the Red Sea and said, watch the salvation of the Lord. Did you go and look? Did you look at those verses that I gave you and see what the secret was? Well, let me share with you the secret. The secret is God said 5 times in one chapter, Moses, I am the Lord. Now that doesn't seem like much to you perhaps on first glance, but that's the lesson we all need to learn. That he is the Lord. He is the creator of the heavens and earth. Nothing happens without his notice, and he's in control of all things. He is Lord. As a matter of fact, I thought, well, would it be fun to just go through and tell the people how many times the word Lord or God is used to describe Jehovah Jireh, the God of the heavens and the earth? It's more than 20,000. We don't have time to review those today. It's really interesting because you see, every time we look at God's people, we find out that they all have to learn that lesson. But there's a big difference between knowing it intellectually and truly believing it and trusting in it. You see, David knew that the Lord, he was God. For he stood up before Goliath and said, my God is much bigger than this giant. Joshua said, I don't know what's all going on here, but I know this, my Lord will deliver us. To Mary, the angel told her, with God, nothing is impossible. Thomas, when he saw a resurrected Jesus, said, my Lord and my God. Peter, as he was sinking down into the water, cried out to Jesus, and Jesus lifted him. And even at the very end of the Bible, in the book of Revelation, it says he is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the Lord God, the creator of the heavens and earth. We need to not only know that intellectually, we need to believe it. Trust in him. And if we're obeying him, we may not like the outcome, but it's always going to be the right one. So what happens with Moses? Why this hardening of Pharaoh's heart? Why not just go ahead and put him in compulsion and let the people go? The answer is found in chapter 7, verse 5. And it's really interesting because it ties into exactly what I've said for the last two devotions. Chapter 7, verse 5. The Egyptians will know that I am the Lord God. The Egyptians will know that I am the Lord God. Do you know that today? Do you know that He is the Lord God? Do you know that He sits on His throne? You may not understand all of His ways. You may not understand the delays. You may not understand the ways. But He's still Lord. Moses, I am the Lord. Whoever you are today, remember, He is the Lord. That's your thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.